Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 5-5 with a 4.02 ERA. And pitching for the Yankees today is Stefan Wever, whose record is 10-4 with a 3.16 ERA. Okay, we took 3 out of 4 from the Minnesota Twins, including a crazy game yesterday, in which we started out with a 7-0 lead, and then the number 9 hitter, Mike Fichlin, hit a grand slam, only his second home run on the season, and closed the gap to 7-5. They put another run on in the 6th inning, and we managed to hold them off. Morris did not get through 5. He did not get the win. That's 2 bad starts in a row for Morris. And now we're playing the number 1 team in our division, the Yankees, with our number 3 and 4 starters going after the Yankees have had the last 2 days off. So they're back to the top of their rotation, and we are at the bottom of ours. So these games mean a lot. If you take a look at the standings real quick, we're 3 games back. We have 8 games to go. The Yankees are, I guess, 5-game difference? So they still have some games to be made up. So we really need to beat them, and we need to hope that they basically lose out for us to have a chance to win the American League East, or at least give us a 1-game playoff. We'll take that. So at any rate, let's get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and you'll be alerted whenever the next game pops up. Here is Bruce Robbins. As you can see here, we're going to take a little bit longer look at him momentarily. But as you can see, the bullpen is all available. Great job by Wever. He had 3 saves in a row, 3 games, 3 appearances. He's had 3 saves. So he is our new closer with Tom Hume. Really just becoming a big trash heap on the mound. Taking a look at the lineup today against Stefan Wever. I wanted to, I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. I want to get Reggie in there versus his former team. If there's any chance for him to come alive, we need him to do it today. We're going to put him in a high profile spot here in the 6th hole. And then Hancock will be back in right field in place of Glenn Wilson. And you know what? We're going to switch these 2 out. We're going to have 3 lefties in a row. Probably a bad idea, but we're going to give that a shot. And let's take a look at the Tigers lineup rundown officially. And then we'll take a look at Stefan Wever. Leading off and playing center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting second at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting third at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting fifth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting seventh in right field is Garry Hancock. Batting eighth at first base is Greg Brock. And batting ninth at third base is Tom Brookens. Stefan Wever pitching for the Yankees. This guy is lights out. Look at that. He's got a 24-5 record in his 2 seasons pitching in our simulation here. He did pitch against us recently and beat us, giving up only 1 run that was unearned with 4 strikeouts. That was to get his 9th win. So he's on a bit of a roll. Oh, look at that. He pitched against us 3 times this season. So Tigers have won 1 and lost 2 against Wever. So that's interesting. 4th appearance. Take a look at his overall numbers. He has 159 innings pitched. Those 84 Ks. 214 opponents batting average. 8 complete games and 3 shutouts. Here is the Yankees defensive lineup. Taking a look at it here, looks like Bobby Murcer is playing right field. Bobby Murcer is playing right field in place of Claudell Washington, who just got injured for the rest of the season. Hopefully that's to our advantage. And Ivan DeJesus is in at shortstop today. Okay. So, Rickey Henderson leading off against Wever. This is a big, big game, folks. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Let's take a look at the catcher, is Hassey. We've seen him a lot this year. Below average arm, and we'll take a look at his fielding stats. His caught stealing percentage is only 20%. So we have a pretty good chance here. 80% chance of stealing second base. I think we need to take it. It's early, but our season's on the line. They pitch out, and he's caught stealing. Hey, what a surprise. Rickey Henderson caught stealing. Next up is Whitaker. Whitaker walks. I don't think we're going to be stealing with Whitaker. We are going to hit and run, though, with Trammell, whose average is kind of leveled out around 295. Ground ball to short, and Whitaker takes second base. So 2 down. Here is Gibby. Ground ball to third, and Lefebvre boots it, and a run scores. We'll take it. You want to give us a free run in the first? We will take it every time. So Gibby, on the throwing error, is on second base. Look at his speed. It's up to 92 now. It started at 88 this season, so I'd like to see the numbers improve like that. Parrish flips it to right, and that is the third out of the game, of the inning. Sorry. We go to the bottom of the first, and it's 1-0 Detroit. Here is the lineup rundown for the Yanks. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Willie Randolph. Batting second in left field is Don Reynolds. Batting third and catching is Ron Hassey. Batting cleanup and DHing is Brian Dayett. Batting fifth at first base is Dennis Werth. Batting sixth at third base is Joe Lefebvre. Batting seventh and in center field is Bobby Brown. Batting eighth in right field is Bobby Murcer. And batting ninth at shortstop is Ivan DeJesus. Bruce Robbins, this guy's just had some bad luck lately. 5-5 with that 4.02 ERA. 48 Ks in 87 innings pitched. Opposed to batting 252. He's got a complete game. Take a look at his log. 3 no decisions in a row, in which he's only given up 4 earned runs. So, he's been a hard luck starter. The bullpen has really let him down. Also, the defense, I believe Trammell committed a big error that cost him a victory. One of those starts. So here's the Tigers' defensive alignment. Take a look there. Pretty much everything is the same. And here is Willie Randolph leading off against Bruce Robbins. Randolph, no home runs on the season. Hits a fly ball just short of the warning track. 1 down. Next up is Don Reynolds. Infield single to Whitaker. So Don Reynolds is on first. That's going to bring up Ron Hassey. Ron Hassey is, I believe, second in the American League in home runs with 18. Ground ball to Sweet Lou. Oh, can't turn 2. Only play was to first. And that's going to bring up Brian Dayett, who is in the cleanup role, and he's batting 136. Unbelievable for a team that is trying to win the division. 0 for 3 against Robbins, and he strikes him out. Good job by Robbins. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 Detroit. Here is Reggie Jackson against his former teammate, Stefan Wever. Ground ball to third. Oh, man. We just need him to do something, anything. Garry Hancock up next. Fly ball to left, and Reynolds makes the play. 2 down. It's going to leave it up to Greg Brock. Brock, base hit to center field. Second hit for Detroit. Runner on first. 2 down for Tommy Brookens. Brookens 1 for 3 against Wever, and he strikes out looking. We go to the bottom of the second with Dennis Werth, Joe Lefebvre, and Bobby Brown. Robbins walks Werth. So leadoff man is on. Here's Joe Lefebvre, lefty on lefty. Lefebvre has a lazy fly ball to the left. And Gibby makes the play, one down. It's going to bring up the switch hitter, Bobby Brown, batting .261 against lefties. Ground ball to Brookens, go around the horn. Only play was to first. So Werth is in scoring position for Bobby Mercer. Really one of the all-time greats of the Yankees. Stuck in on that team during that dead period where they really couldn't get anything going. He's come back a couple of times. Take a look at his illustrious career there. He has some pop. Okay, so runner on second base. Here's Bobby Mercer, 1 for 4 on the season. Shoots it to center field, and Henderson makes the play. So we go to the top of the third with Rickey Henderson leading off. Ground ball to third. And he's safe on another error. We should go, right? What are the odds he's going to get thrown out twice? Sorry, I'm not a maniac. I'm going to hit and run. Try to get Henderson into scoring position at least. Hey, ground ball, base hit through the left side of the infield. Henderson has to hold because, of course. So first and second, we have Trammell up. We trust Trammell to do something good here. I almost feel like we should bunt because he is a good bunter, but he is in the number 3. He's the best hitter we have on the team, basically. So we have to let him swing away, and that's what happens. One down. Here is Gibby. 1 for 13, but that one hit is a home run against Wever. 3-1 count, and a weak ground ball. A little flubber. And that's an infield single. So the bases are loaded for No Pants Lance, who we like in this position. He's had a lot of home runs in the last 20 games. I think he's at 8. Ground ball through the infield. Base hit. Henderson scores. Whitaker scores from second. And it's 3-0 Detroit. Lance Parrish. Let's take a look at Lance. Just in his last 20 games, this is impressive. He's batting only .261, but he's got 8 home runs and 15 RBIs. That's not including those 2 RBIs that he has today. So good job by Lance. First and second for Reggie. Oh, we like Reggie in this position. You can feel it. Mr. October is playing like Mr. March. Gibson tags up, standing on third base. First and third for Garry Hancock. Line drive into center field, and it's going to be caught. Tigers get 2 runs on the board, though. It's 3-0 on the 2 RBI single from Parrish. And we go to the bottom of the third with Ivan De Jesus, the number 9 hitter, to do up. Striking out looking, 2 Ks for Robbins. Back to the top of the lineup with Willie Randolph. Randolph sends it down the left field line, falls in for a hit, and he has himself a double. So 1 out, Randolph on second with Don Reynolds at the plate. Oh, wow, what's going on with Robbins today? He doesn't usually walk too many batters. That's the second so far through 3. First and second. Ground ball by Hassey. That's got to be 2. Oh, come on. An error by Brock. Allows a run to score. And this doesn't feel good. We got to play. What are we going to do here? It's a cleanup hitter who can't hit. I guess we got to play back and try to turn 2 with the slow-footed catcher at first. Okay, a pop-up on the infield. Curving into foul ground on the first base side, and Brock makes the play there. 2 down. Dennis Werth up next. This guy is a good hitter. Only batting .221 overall. And he walks for the second time, 3 overall now. Maybe a good move by Robbins if he was pitching around him, because now he's going to face a lefty batting 156 who does not have a hit against him. So tough spot for Robbins with the bases loaded. Ground ball to Brookens. Just step on the bag, Tommy. There we go. They do get a run on the board due to the error by Greg Brock. It's 3-1. Top of the fourth. And Brock leading off. He got a base hit his first time up. Base hit up the middle. There we go. Good job by Brock. Gets his average up to 276. And now we got Tommy Boy. Let's just have him drop a bunt down. Something he's not particularly good at. But he comes through. Brock moving into position at second. So 1 out. Brock on second. And Rickey hits a ground ball to second. And Brock will advance to third. So 2 down. Brock on third. Sweet Lou's up. 6 for 16. Base hit will score a run. And he doesn't even take the bat off his shoulder. Look at that. He fouled 6 off in a row before he watched the 10th. 12 pitches. That was a 12 pitch at bat. So he was battling. Maybe he got tired out. Just wanted to let the bat sit there for a minute. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. Bobby Brown will lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. And he gets a base hit to left. Brown's got some good speed. A 94. So runner on first. Here's Bobby Murcer. Mercer ground ball through the right side of the infield. Brown's on third. And Robbins finds himself in a little bit of trouble once again. This is a first place team, so they're definitely going to be battling back. It's just can we make the right call here as DeJesus strikes out for the second time. So first and second. Trying to keep the infield back, try to turn 2. Oh, nice pitch by Robbins, striking out Willie Randolph. That's 2 down. It's going to leave it up to Don Reynolds. 3-0 count. That's the 4th walk by Robbins. Again, walking a righty to get to a lefty, but it is Ron Hassey. He does have some serious power. And he is only batting 217. Ground ball to short. Trammell. It's always iffy. Throws him out. So, digs himself out of another jam. We go to the top of the 5th with Trammell leading off. Fly ball to center field. Bobby Brown makes the play. 1 down. Gibby up next. Oh, man. Ground ball to third. Going to leave it up to Lance. 2 for 15 against Wever. And a line drive to right field and a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We have 4, 5, and 6 due up. Starting with Brian Dayett, batting .053 as a righty versus lefties. And there you go, of course. All the way to the wall, and he's got himself a triple. Okay, that run is probably going to score no matter what, as he's a leadoff guy. So, strategically, we just need to go after the batters. Ground ball to second, and that'll make it 3-2 as Dayett scores. So, bases are empty. 1 down. Here is Joe Lefebvre. Line drive, snared by Brookens. That's the 2nd out. Bobby Brown up next with 2 down. Hits a fly ball out to Gibby and left. And that's going to do it. So the Yankees chipping away. It's 3-2. We're heading to the top of the 6th. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. Greg Brock, 2 for 2. Parrish had those 2 RBIs. As Reggie steps in. He's 0 for 2. So far my Yankee strategy is not paying off. As Reggie grounds out to third. 1 down. Here's Garry Hancock. Ground ball to third as well. Joe Lefebvre tosses him out. So, with 2 down, here's Greg Brock. As I mentioned, 2 for 2 today. And he hits a fly ball into right center field. Easy play for Mercer. So we're going to the bottom of the 6th. This is already probably too far for Robbins. He's not tired yet, but he's had 100 pitches, and he's been ineffective. Let's see if we can get the lefty. Mercer popping it up to the second base side of the infield. 1 down. Ivan De Jesus up next. He struck out both times, so we're going to let him face Robbins. And there's a base hit. Probably 2. Maybe 3. Nope, just 2. All right. Well, we're taking him out with the lead. And we're going to bring in Dave Patterson. Patterson, he's struggled a bit. As you can see, he gave up 2 runs in his last appearance. But overall, he's been pretty solid. 20th game, he's 1-2 with a 3 ERA. Has 10 Ks in 21 innings pitched. Opponents are batting 197. Righties are batting 196. So, okay. He's got to face Willie Randolph, who is 0 for 1 against him, with De Jesus on second base. Ground ball to short. De Jesus will hold. Oh, he's going on the play. Of course he's going on the play. Like 99 out of 100 times the base runner doesn't go, but when you're down by 1, he's going. He's going to leave it to Don Reynolds and a line drive right at Whitaker, and he makes the play. Good job by Patterson getting out of that mini jam. We go to the top of the 7th. Wever at 92 pitches with Brookens leading off. And he walks. That's good. We'll take the leadoff walk. Going to try to steal second base with Tommy. Curveball, and Brookens steals second. That is his 11th stolen base on the season. So Brookens in scoring position for Rickey. Rickey, ground ball to short. And of course, Brookens goes and he gets thrown out. Of course. And now we're going to try to steal with Henderson. And Henderson's caught stealing. Yeah. So looking at Henderson, he's got 21 stolen base caught stealings with 30 stolen bases successful. So yeah, there's a serious flaw with that. And then Whitaker pops up. All right. So we are going to the bottom of the 7th. I guess we got to bring in a lefty. We're going to bring in George Capizzello. No, we're going to bring in Dave Rucker. We like Dave Rucker in these spots. He's a loogie. He's a lefty one-out specialist. We're going to take a look at his splits. Lefties are batting 135 against him. And you see there, he's been pretty dominant overall. So we need him to get Ron Hassey here, who's batting 214. And I think he's got the job done as Hassey flies to left center. Gibby makes the play. Now he's got to face Brian Dayett, batting 100 versus lefties, which means nothing. Ground ball to Brock at first. Already has 1 error today. Steps on the bag for the second out. Do we let Rucker pitch to Dennis Werth? He's got power. He's got a good eye. He's already walked twice. I can't do it. We're going to bring in Tom File. You know what? We're going to bring in Tom Hume. It's going to be a Tom. I can promise you that. Tom Hume. We're bringing him in to face Dennis Werth. Werth 2 for 3 against Hume. First appearance since being relegated to the mop-up duty. And he comes through and strikes out Werth. So that pays off. We'll bring in a lefty next inning. And we head to the top of the 8th. Trammell leading off Wever at 101 pitches. Oh, it falls in for a hit in front of Bobby Brown. Did not expect that. No, I mean, we've already been thrown out 3 times on the base pass today, so there's no point in pressing our luck at this point. We have the lead. Gibby up next. Gibby's done nothing for days. And he's in the cleanup role as he flies out to short. Next up is Parrish. Parrish, as I mentioned many times before, leading the American League in double play. It's not going to matter as he gets Trammell gets balked to second base. So runner in scoring position now for Parrish. Someday I'll have to tell my story about my most embarrassing moment on the diamond. It was a balk. I'll save that for another day as, of course, Parrish pulls it right to third. And that's going to do it. They're going to bring in Goose to face Reggie. A pretty good outing for Wever. He's not going to get the win. It's 42nd appearance for Goose. 1 in 5. A 2.74 ERA. 41 Ks and 49 innings pitched. 260 opponent's batting average. He's got 21 saves in 24 opportunities. But he's hittable. As you can see there, his opponent's batting average about the same for lefties and righties. And this is what we've put Reggie in the game for. This is the moment. He's 0 for 3. Oh, ground ball. Can't even get it out of the infield. All right, so no Tom Hume. Nicely done, though. And we're going to bring in Pat Underwood, who is on the trade block. If things go sour, we have 3 days to trade him. And we may very well do that. I think the only defensive move that I could make is to bring Glenn Wilson in to play right. But I think we're all right. I think I'd rather have Hancock's bat in there as he's the first one up in the 9th. So, okay, so here's Joe Lefebvre batting 152 versus lefties. And a base hit, of course. Runner on first for Bobby Brown. He's batting right-handed. Yep, of course. Runners on first and second for Bobby Mercer. Yep. And the game is tied, just like that. All right. You got to pull the infield in, like Weaver's in the game. 4 straight hits, folks. Randolph flies out to center, run scores. Another base hit. Ground ball is short. And that'll do it. So they put 3 on the board, take the lead. This is what it comes down to. Garry Hancock will lead off. Ground ball to second. Greg Brock walks. Do we have someone on the bench that we could count on to get a 2-run shot? I guess Jeffrey Leonard's our only hope. So we're going to bring in Jeff Leonard, and we're going to bring in, I guess, Mark Wagner. Put him at first base. He's got the best speed available. And we're going to let him swing. That's the ball game. Well, I mean, I've said it before. I've said it 1,000 times. There's nothing you can do when the game doesn't want you to win. And that was 4 straight. And Robbins loses, or doesn't lose, but he gets another no decision. He did not pitch well. Gary Carter, we're not taking on that salary. That sucks. And we're 4 games back. So I think Underwood will be traded. I mean, we can put any schmuck in that position. He's going to give up 4 straight hits. So we may try to get something for him. Let's take a look at the transactions. Nothing of note here. Rick Manning. is injured, and Mike Rowland. Okay, so let's pull up the box score. Player of the game. I guess it doesn't really matter, but we'll take a look and see. I mean, Greg Brock had a couple hits. Let's take a look here. Maybe Brock gets it. I mean, Henderson is maybe the most disappointing player. 2 caught stealings. What a punk. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, Parrish did drive in a couple runs. Greg Brock didn't do anything. He also had a horrible error. So we're going to give it to Parrish. Underwood takes the loss. Just horrible. 2 lefties. 2 of the 3 batters were lefties, and he still couldn't get them out. And Goose Gossage gets the win. He's 2-5. No home runs for either team. No extra base hits for the Tigers. And that's it. That might be the season. We got a chance tomorrow to get 1 game back. If we could have won 2, we maybe had a chance. But we'll come back tomorrow, and we'll see if we can fare a little bit better. Until then, everyone, have a great night.